Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, doing everything I possibly can while I got the ability to speak and to act to try to see if we can make it a more wonderful life for you and your children and your grandchildren as we pass on this way. We talk about, especially here in America, what Trump is doing and what MAGA is doing, what the Republican Party are doing, and we talk about basically what white people are doing. And that's all we talk about. You got the news media talking about it. You got the main television stations talking about it. Everybody's got a podcast that's talking about it. People who just on YouTube or whatever making up their opinions. They all talking about it over and over, around the clock, round the clock, round the clock. And it's enough to give anybody a headache. Well, my question is, why aren't there people out there talking about what the solutions are? Talk about what we are doing in preservation for these solutions, for the implementation of them, to identify them so we as people can know what's going on. I'm saying that those of you who have called yourselves, got this constant audience out there, why aren't you doing these things? You just are now, in your effort to help by telling us what's going on, you have become just a bigger part of the problem as anything else. So I'm saying if you're assuming that these people who are doing these things assume that they will do the worst of anything that they get a chance to put their hands on. That's what they are going to do. So that means you don't have to talk about them. They will do the worst even if they haven't done it. You have to prepare because they will do it if you aren't prepared. So we should spend all of our time talking about what we're going to do, what we're preparing to do, and making sure that it's done. So I'm saying to those of you like Roland Martin, you got a good show. You talk about a lot of good things, but you've been talking about the problem over and over. We don't need to talk about the problem. And we don't need to be reading no books. We don't have time to read no books. All of you got books out there reading. We don't want to read any books. We want some action. We need action. So Mark Roland, start talking about it and start doing research. Find some people who are talking about actions. Just give them some media time. And this not only you, I'm talking about Rachel, Maddow, and Joy and Midas Touch. You getting millions of views. You getting millions of subscribers. Talk about them. Talk about this stuff to them. Let them talk about the new order that we're about to establish. Let AI talk about it. AI doing some talking. I hear them sometimes. And The View. Why aren't you talking about it? I mean, I know you're just as angry as I am, but every day talking about some new guys who are doing some more stuff or some new guys that's doing something that's been repeated. We don't want to hear that. I want to hear solutions. Let's spend some time focusing on the solutions. NBC, ABC, CBS, all of you guys out there. Let's take care of the business that matters. And if I was going to talk to you about based upon your receipts, I'd have to say the time to die has come. You see, the Constitution is to protect the people under democracy from the likes of Donald J. Trump. But where's the protection? Trump breaks every law he faces that he does not like. The Constitution watches daily. It watches the law any day, anytime. The judges, the courts, the Supreme Court, everybody's watching. Every day the people lose, Trump wins. This looks like white supremacy under the protection of the law. But Trump has been at work making the USA. Did I miss anything up? Yeah, I probably did. Trump has been at work making the USA the worst nation on earth for the last 200 years. Finally, the devil was able to find evil worthy to serve the American white supremacy system. Whites loved his ways. They loved Trump so much that they gave him a second term to finish the evil he started. But somewhere I heard that there was a God that created a heavenly system for those that resisted the evils of the devil and white supremacy. Also heard this God provided an earth to live on with enough resources to do anything anyone might want to do. This is given freely just for being a human being. Now, being in this strange place, the system is designed in such a way that every human participates in furthering what they will call life. Having determined what is necessary for survival and to meet the needs, the wants, and the desires of the people, the process of choosing a career that each one loves as their participation in life, they create and cause a manifestation of goods and services in such an abundance that no one ever suffers a like thereof, which includes, but not limited to, food and clothing and shelter and education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure, and anything produced at the hands of human beings. Now, their decision enables them, all of them, under this God, together and individually, to live in peace, to be free, prosperous, happy, joyous, fulfilled, satisfied, and living the dream. Black folks, white folks, and the different genders have learned to love when this happens. This life is worth living. But the world reminds us, this Trumpism, this Republicanism, this United States system, just using it because that's where we are not there yet. This is what they're saying. We're not ready for the new system yet. So stop talking about what they are doing and get busy and excited about the life to live. This we are doing.